There are certain players who have been heavily criticised all season. A lot of pundits and fans, including us sometimes, have been on their necks about their performances in the current campaign. But we decided to take a second and look more closely, and we're coming to find out that a lot of these players aren't actually doing as badly as everyone claims. Who are some of these players we're talking about? You'll find out in just 1 second. These are 7 players whose performances this season aren't as bad as people say. We'll start with Mohamed Salah. A lot has been said about Salah this season, to the point where even his own coach relegated him to the bench at some point, which led to a lot of drama at Liverpool. The way he has been talked about, you would think that he's one of the worst players in that Liverpool team, but actually he has been one of the best. Yes, his goal-scoring numbers have dropped, but he has still been very important to the team. And the numbers support this. He currently boasts 16 goal involvements in 30 appearances this season. That's roughly a goal or assist every other game. That's not bad at all. In the Premier League, he is currently in the top 5 for most assists and most big chances created this season. As far as Liverpool is concerned, he has easily been their most creative spark. He's also in the top 10 for most goal contributions in the league, and Hugo Ekitike is the only Liverpool player who has more than him. If any other player was having this campaign that Salah is having, he would be celebrated by the fans and the media. The truth is that after what we saw from him last season, everyone expected him to continue banging in goals at that same frequency this season and lead the Reds in another title race. The only reason it feels like he has been bad is because of the difference between what we're seeing from him this season and what we saw last season. But if you look at this season in isolation, Salah has actually not been so bad as people claim. There's another Liverpool player in this video. Do you know who we're talking about here? Take a guess in the comments, we'll see if you're right soon. While you're there, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, do that right away so you never miss out on our amazing content. Now, back to the video. Pedro Neto has got a lot of criticism this season, especially from Chelsea fans, and the red card he picked up against Arsenal surely did him no favours. But the truth is that he has actually not been as bad as people are making him out to be. The dude has already been directly involved in 15 goals for Chelsea this season, making him their most prolific player after João Pedro. But it goes beyond that. Neto is in the top 5 for most big chances created in the Premier League this season, while also being in the top 10 for most successful dribbles and most key passes. His versatility has also come in handy for Chelsea. Under the different managers, he has been used at both left and right wing, allowing the coaches the luxury of flexibility. Perhaps the reason he's not getting the recognition he deserves is because he's not the most aesthetically pleasing player on the ball. Another Chelsea player who has surely not been as bad as people claim is Trevoh Chalobah. Among defenders in the Premier League this season, Chalobah finds himself in the top 10 for most interceptions and most clearances, while boasting a super impressive 93% pass accuracy. The way he has been talked about by Chelsea fans though, you would think he was one of the worst defenders in the league. Some will tell you he hasn't been good because he often commits errors, but the statistics disagree because he has not committed any error leading to a goal and has committed only 1 error leading to a shot in the Premier League this season. For comparison, Reece James has committed 3. Trevoh Chalobah has easily been Chelsea's best defender this season, and he has his huge goal-saving tackles to show for it. It is why the person beside him might change, but he remains constant. This season alone, he has been paired with Fofana, Tosin, Arshavin, Badiashile, Sarr, and even James, but it doesn't matter who he plays with, he has always led the backline well. And even though it's not his job, he has come up with goals every now and then. The only centre-backs who have scored more goals than him in the Premier League this season are Christian Romero, Mickey van de Ven and Malik Thiaw. To be doing everything he does at the back while still coming up with goals every now and then, that's just special. Chalobah should definitely be getting more respect. Another player who certainly deserves more respect is Bukayo Saka. The consensus seems to be that he is having a horrible season, but if you look closely, you would see that it's actually not true. He has been directly involved in 16 goals so far this season. That's not so bad, but yeah, we've seen better from him. But beyond the goals, Arsenal's starboy has actually been quite phenomenal. He's top 5 for most successful dribbles and most chances created in the Premier League this season. On top of that, it just feels like some of his performances have really gone under the radar. Like in the away game against Wolves, for example, Saka became the first Arsenal player in more than a decade to score, complete 5 or more dribbles, win 10 or more duels, and recover possession 9 times or more in a single Premier League game. I mean, just look at that. This guy has really been doing it all. and considering that he has struggled with injuries this season, this is surely not as bad as people are making it out to be. Yeah, this is not vintage Saka, but he has still been one of the best wingers in the league. Now, remember we said that there is another Liverpool player on this list. It's Virgil van Dijk. Because of how much Liverpool have been suffering this season, almost everyone has found a way to blame it on the captain. And to be fair, when you just look at things on the surface, it doesn't look good. Liverpool are 6th on the Premier League table and have conceded more goals than the likes of Everton, Sunderland, Brighton and Crystal Palace, but you have to look more closely to see that all of that hasn't been down to Van Dijk. The Dutchman is number 1 in the league for most clearances, most aerial duels won and most passes completed. Mind you, he completes his passes with an accuracy of 90%. But that's not all. Van Dijk has only been dribbled past once all season, and this is despite being the outfield player with the most minutes played in the league. And while doing all of this in the defence, he still contributes to goals. He has contributed to 8 goals for Liverpool this season, 3 of which came in the league, taking him up to 2nd for most non-penalty goals by a centre-back in Premier League history. And some of his individual performances have just been nothing short of world class. Against Qarabag, he became the first defender to assist 3 goals in a single Champions League game in the competition's history. Against Sunderland, he became the first player in the last 5 seasons to score a goal, make 10 or more headed clearances, and win 5 or more aerial duels in a single Premier League game. We could go on, but the point is clear. Van Dijk has been solid this season, arguably one of the best central defenders in England. People talk about him like he's experiencing a decline, but that's just not true. Liverpool being bad this season has just overshadowed his brilliance. The next guy we'll talk about is Van Dijk's compatriot, Xavi Simons. He has been branded as one of the worst signings this season, but the truth is that he has been far, far away from that. Simons has actually been good. Spurs have just been so bad that everyone looks terrible. In the absence of Mohamed Kudus, the former PSG man has been Tottenham's only creative spark. Everything goes through him. In the game against City in February, Simons made 5 line-breaking passes. No player has made more line-breaking passes in a single Premier League game this season. And to think he did it in such a big game to inspire a comeback for his team, just phenomenal. Simons is one of the reasons Spurs finished in the top 8 of the league phase of the Champions League. I mean, he was named player of the match in 2 of the 8 games they played, helping them finish 4th ahead of the likes of Barcelona, Man City and Real Madrid. With a better manager and a better system, Xavi Simons will shine a lot brighter. Right now, he's just a victim of his environment. Anyway, let's now wrap up with Victor Gyökeres. A large section of the Arsenal fan base still isn't very happy with him. They have complained that he doesn't elevate the team's attack, and they often say we should look beyond the numbers, and well, we'll do that right now, because it's not just about the goals for him. Gyökeres' conversion rate is literally one of the best in the league, better than Haaland, Semenyo, Ekitike, Palmer, Mbeumo, Šeško, name them. On top of that, he has proven to be a big game player, having scored against Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Chelsea and Spurs. There are also some intangibles that numbers just can't qualify. For example, his hold-up play, his strength, his movements, they're so good and they make the team better all round. There's a reason Gyökeres is the most prolific striker Mikel Arteta has ever had and is looking like the one that will finally win him the league. He might not be as aesthetically pleasing as Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz, but we really do think that Gyökeres is the exact striker Arsenal needed this season. Anyway, are there more players whose performances this season aren't as bad as people say? Drop their names in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content. Catch you in the next one. Bye.